want? Justice for Modupe. What do we want? Justice for Modupe. Yes, what do we want? Justice for Modupe. What do we want? Justice for Modupe.
There is a rise of hunger for crime in our society. The lady you see on the screen is Modupe Atanda Deborah, a 200-level nursing student of Federal University, Uyo, who was reportedly gruesomely murdered by some people yet to be identified. She went for class by 8 o'clock p.m. According to her roommate, she left to study, not knowing that on that very fateful night is going to be her last day on earth, on September 4th.
Come here. Please remove it. God.
Who lives for?
God.
Bring that stuff out.
We can bring something to bring it. Let me
Jesus.
Guy, see the picture I've been sent to you. I got to a note now, like because of a note, another note.
Of course, the next day, which is September 5th, they started looking for Atanda Deborah. When they tried calling her, her number was not going, her number was not reachable. They decided to go in search of her. On going in search of her, they discovered her books and some of her materials in one of the school ponds. And that is when they knew that there is a problem. They decided to report it to the school authorities and report it to the police as well. On September 6th, they noticed a foul smell coming from the backyard of their department. And when they went to find out what kind of smell is that, they noticed that it was Deborah, who was buried in a shallow grave. She had severe injuries in her head, and there's a claim that her 2 eyes was plugged off, whereas one of the student union has disclaimed that her whole body is intact, that nothing happened to her body.
And I want to assure you that, number one, Messie's part was not mutilated, her body is intact.
But there's another news that claimed that her eyes was plugged off and she was raped or thereabout.
Until we discovered that the student is dead. Pray never to lose any of our students again.
You see, Clash family, nobody deserves to die like this. No daughter, no sister, no lady deserves to die like this. Not even a guy deserves to die like this. While reading Deborah Atanda's story, it hurts my heart and it breaks my heart that how do you convey this information to her parents? It really hurts my heart. People that trained this girl from nursery, tertiary, primary, and now she's in university at her 200 level. Some wicked Luciferians, agent of darkness, decided to end a young girl's life without considering her family, her loved ones, and those that love her more. It is shameful that crime is gradually becoming the norms of the day. Probably these people who ended her life have been told that when they get some of her body parts, they are going to become rich, and they decided to go for a young lady who almost her departmental colleagues know her as a quiet and God-fearing somebody. I will say it again, nobody deserves to die like this. And I hope she finds justice. I hope she gets justice. While some parents are busy training their children to grow up in the society and become somebody, some other parents are training their children to become tout and murderers. It hurts me so much when I was reading Atanda's story. I really hope she gets justice.
So the university is leaving no stone unturned to prevent actions and reactions that can lead to more crisis. That is why the school has been closed down indefinitely.
Of course, the police have released statement that they have caught 10 people, 10 suspects who are involved in her murder. And I hope they face the full wrath of the law. And to those of you who are out there that wishes to commit crime in the future, please, before you do it, I want you to think about something. I know that so many of you did not enjoy love while growing up. That is why you became very heart-hardened. But whoever you remove from the surface of the earth, they have family, they have loved ones who have invested in them. They have friends who love them beyond imagination. And above all, their parents who have sacrificed everything to give them the best. How will they feel when they learn that the child which they have invested so much on was killed in a gruesome way?